Sharael Maldine. Sandra's strength faltered, yet she pressed her requests. Take DagGar to the garden. Grant her release if we can. I resisted, but she claimed it was Cullen she trusted, not me. Then DagGar spoke, his own voice, high and strange. He called himself Magus, born of a sorcerer in Saddam. Sandra calls him companion. I call him dangerous. And though her body withers, her desperation binds us closer to DagGar and leaves me with more questions than answers.
Welcome back. I'm your host and author, Mike Carmel. This is the Dark Razor Chronicles Streamcast, Season 3, Episode 5, Confessions. Tonight, Cullen wrestles with trust, DagGar's strange truths, and Sharael's admission that may shake everything apart. And in the garden, Krista and her boys learn that the line between holding and breaking is thinner than they imagined. So take your seat, the blade sings on, and secrets come due.
Cullen Avon. DagGar is fantastic, but now that I know how intelligent he is, I don't think I can fully trust him. Not yet. I half-watch the two women, but it's frustrating. Sandra continues to unnerve Sharael, despite her willingness to sit in conversation. And worst of all, they're whispering. I can't hear a damned thing of use.
You know, Cullen?
His voice would make anyone laugh. High and squeaky. Nothing like a cat's voice. Nothing like the ones my mom used when I was a child. She used to tell me stories about a cat with a sword, wearing a leather hat and boots. As a kid, I knew those stories weren't real. But now, with DagGar in front of me, who knows what's possible?
If you'd rather eavesdrop, I'm all for it.
I blink. Is he berating me or being serious? Sorry, DagGar. I'm just distracted. DagGar tilts his head. I exhale, rubbing my temples. Tell me, what do you use your knife for?
This old thing?
His long, rope-like tail moves like a snake, its tip seeking the hilt. Not his paw, his tail. He draws the blade. For a moment, my gut clenches. My body tenses, ready to move. But DagGar's ridiculous grin is disarming. I let out a slow breath, steadying myself. DagGar holds the weapon out, the tip sagging slightly. It's not aimed at me, just a demonstration. The blade is old, well cared for, but worn. The years show, sharpening has diminished its size. The iron crossguard, smoothed from years of cleaning. The once intricate etchings have faded, reduced to barely visible flaws in the metal. He cherishes it. That much is clear. This creature is something else, and I have no idea what to make of him yet. DagGar's tail must be immensely strong for its size. He swings the blade left and right, then feigns a stab from overhead, showing off his skill. Strike my palm with the hilt.
Well, all right.
As hard as you can, mind you. I hold my hand out on its side. I don't mean to be hammered, just struck with the force of a stabbing motion. DagGar shifts, tail sliding left, then whip. He slings the knife's butt into my palm with surprising speed. His hind feet slip on the table from the force, claws scraping against the wood. The blow stings, but it doesn't have enough power to bury it hilt deep into an orc's chest. If DagGar had anchored himself better, the sharp blade might have pierced skin and muscle, but I take it you don't fight with it much.
Of course I do. The question is, do you know how I fight with it?
DagGar, are you testing me?
No, just seeing if you know as much as I think you do.
That sounds like a test. A small smile tugs at my lips. I don't need to think about it. There's really only one effective way for a creature his size to fight. You're small, so rather than thrusting, you must rely on slashes and speed. I don't see how you'd have much success against anything larger than, well, another cat.
Oh, I've had success. I fought a troll, a couple of ogres, a few orcs, scads of rakahans, bushels of werewolves, a plethora of gobbers, and umpteen flies!
Flies?
Yeah, you know, the little buggers. They're a real bother in the summers, but some of them will never have children.
I grin. I almost laugh, remembering a childhood joke about nicking the bits off flies.
Oh, and bush tits! Now those little rascals are vicious. And gods know all the other varmints and critters. There was a hobo once as well. Nasty fellow. Dirty fingernails, bad breath.
Smiling, I lean in, clasping my hands on the table. Tell me something then. You're from Saddam?
That's what they call it. But I don't mind saying, Sansa's a mite better.
Really? What's so bad about Saddam?
Saddam is, in a word, hell. Most folks would rather be slowly digested in a camp ghoul's belly than live there. And that would take a good 4 days. Don't ask me how I know.
What makes it so bad?
Well, it's hot as hell, desolate, and you get sand and everything. I mean, everything. The people aren't much better. Sand-covered drags with no sense of humor. The landscape is dull tan as far as the eye can see, except for a few green patches near the ocean and far up north. Any greenery, sooner or later, it gets eaten.
Is food scarce then?
Not really. We just make the most of what we've got.
I see. So where did you live?
My home was on Pesla Island, Sorcerer's Keep. 37 people live there. Maybe a few thousand on Van Isle. It's one of the few places where food can be easily grown.
One of the few places. What about the rest of the world?
Most of it's barren desert. Hot winds, tons of nasty creatures. It's a riot, really.
A riot?
You know, non-stop fun. Monsters beyond the walls, the oceans, teeming with them. Sea creatures eat whatever's in the depths. Land critters eat whatever's running around on land. It's all rather nasty, but hey, it's home.
What about elves, dwarves? DagGar stares at me. Then suddenly he bursts into laughter.
What? You don't believe in those, do you? Cullen, my friend, you gotta let go of those childhood fantasies.
I open my mouth, then close it. DagGar watches me with an amused gleam in his eyes.
So, you're from the garden, eh? Never been. Heard it's nice.
I like to think so.
How many moons you got?
Just one. DagGar's ears droop slightly.
Just one? I was hoping for more. We got 3 moons here in Sansa, but only 1 in Saddam.
So I've heard.
3 suns, too. 3 sets of stars.
I frown. How do you tell night from day? Is it ever dark here?
Of course! It's dark right now.
It is?
What did you expect after such a gorgeous day?
The 2 women stop talking and look at me. I step to the window and peer through the shutters. It looks the same as when we arrived. I glance back at DagGar. And you think one set of the stars, sun and moon, is from Saddam, and the other from the garden?
All I know is they appeared around the time of the thinnings. Didn't take folks long to work it out.
And the 3 moons? Are they why the Forsaken One's hold is so great?
Yup, a mighty big part of it.
And maybe you can tell me who the Forsaken One is.
Oh, you don't know that either? Were you born in a kale patch or something?
No.
No?
No. We don't have the same fears in the garden. The religion they called Lycanism died out along with lichen kind nearly 200 years. I stopped mid-sentence. I forgot. I'm in the past now, aren't I? There could be werewolves in the garden. There likely is. I guess I never truly believed in them. DagGar taps his chin.
Huh. I never thought of just not believing in them. Does that work?
What? No, I don't know. I haven't seen an actual werewolf yet.
Oh well, you're in for a treat then. It's non-stop fun and games here in Sansa.
I groan. Are you going to tell me who the Forsaken One is or not?
Oh, sure! The Forsaken One! The demon! That bastard!
I get the idea.
That one's my favorite. He's an inner circle demon, so a real stinker. One of the more playful buggers. Strong enough to take refuge on Erebus.
I straighten. Erebus. DagGar's tail flicks.
That's the one! Nail the Nerfin on the head! First go!
He winks. And Erebus is another Inferno?
Well, duh! It's the 6th Inferno!
Before I can ask more, DagGar plows ahead.
So, this nutter, that's the bastard I mentioned? He set up shop in Erebus. And from there, he can influence the other Infernos.
I narrow my eyes. Erebus allows this how? DagGar's grin widens.
It's not Erebus exactly. It's where Erebus is.
He leans in.
It's closer to Sansa. And the closer an Inferno is to the garden, the weaker the itch.
He grins wider.
And the weaker the Inferno, the more strength he has to exert over everything else.
Krista Smithy, breaking the line. Mid-morning got Maury, Jin, Dan and me in the yard practicing with our staves. It also brings boots on the path and paper in a man's hand. He strolls round like the yard owes him a tour and climbs the first porch step without asking. A pin on his lapel catches light like cheap coin.
Summons.
He sets the paper on the rail like he's gifting us a pie. Jilly reads without moving her mouth. Lork doesn't touch it.
What property?
Not a question. A warning. The pin smiles wider. He has a face made for lying kindly.
Routine inquiry. Allegations, you know how rumors are. We appreciate cooperation.
Appreciate ain't the same as require.
True.
The man says, already backing away. He tips his hat to the yard instead of the people in it, and walks off, pleased as pickles. No one speaks till he's up the ridge and gone from sight. Then Lork lifts the paper between two fingers like it's damp and sets it back down.
Hunters.
The word stands up straight between us. Dan stills. Maury blinks like the sun just got brighter. Jin starts grinning. I wait for the story behind the word. It comes, slow and exact.
Hunters. Not the kind that admit it. Men who chase rumor for coin and glory. They look for pebbles on paths.
My eyes slide, just once, toward the cabinet.
They won't say star in a court. They'll say contraband. They'll say disturbing the peace. They'll count anything we own as an offense if it helps them find what they came for.
Do we go?
Yes. If you don't answer paper, it invites trouble.
She folds the summons and tucks it into her belt like a knife.
We go. You four stay. Work. Belts off today. We don't want unwanted trouble.
She's looking at Jin when she says that last part. He opens his mouth to pretend innocence and shuts it again. Wise for once. Lork sets his stave on the rail.
If strangers come, they stop on the yard. Porch is a line. If anyone asks about what we keep, you say we keep bread and tools and the rules of our house.
He waits until each of us nods. When he reaches me, he holds my eyes an extra beat. I don't look away. They leave before noon. Plain clothes, empty belts. Jilly kisses 2 fingers and touches the doorframe as she passes it. Not a prayer, exactly. More like a promise. The yard feels wrong after they leave. Too much sky. The cabinet's weight across the room makes the air uneven. It always does, and today it's worse. The stars sit in where it should. Only this time, no Ma or Da about to protect it. I got to swallow all loud and crackly in my throat. Chores, I says, because I knows to put hands in motion when trouble's brewin'. We split. Maury takes the woodpile, humming broken tunes and mumbling about kittens. Dan starts on the garden. Jin hesitates, but after some hard eyes from me, he joins him. I got to clean the kitchen and floors 'cause it put me in the cabin. So we keeps up with thing, waiting on Ma and Dad's return, watching the star just sitting there, leaning in the corner of its cabinet. I admit, it's a hard thing not to see, and more than once I stops myself from opening the doors and picking it up, till I don't. I got it in my hand now, big enough to fill my palm. My fingers slipping between the points, the others digging into my palm. The long chain dangling. And feck me, the gem centre must be as big as a walnut. It got my breaths coming hard and jagged. I don't know why I'm holding it, but I got to put it back before I does something I'll regret. But, well, it's a hard thing to do. My hand shakes as I think about legging it, putting it into my pouch. I mean, it'd fit just fine, and it'd set us up, gem real or no, for the rest of our lives, I'm sure. Jin's voice comes from outside. I put it back all quick-like, chain scraping on the wood as I shoves it back into its corner, leaning star into it. Hard knocking boot heels as I close the cabinet door and start for the kitchen a few paces away. The door opens and...
Well, howdy, howdy, my little lovely.
I grunt a reply, 'cause I'm all a-fluster, face hot as my hands plunge into water I gots in the basin. He heads for the cabinet. I lets him get that far. No hands! I snap, looking over my shoulder as he makes to open the cabinet door. He opens the door. No! This time I'm at his side hand on his wrist. That gots me a glare I ain't used to. No touching, I says, more quiet-like, my hand shaking with the fear that he somehow saw me touching. I'm thinking my shake is giving him the knowing touching ain't good just now.
No touching.
And what I'm thinking was going to be nasty turns soft. He straightens and puts his arm around me, pulling me into him, the closest we ever been cept for snuggling in the cold at night. I lets him. I lets his hands wander down my back, pulling me into him. I've wanted this too, but honestly, I lets it happen 'cause it distracts him from the star. I draw the line when he squeezes cheeky left and right. Push away with a proper, "You better guard your fruit pouch with fingers like that." He laughs, ruining the moment with that annoying titter he makes. Gets to work, I says, but I let the laugh in. Off to the woodpile, no more squawking. I'm more than surprised when he nods and does. Lork and Jilly comes home soon enough. Chores are done, our own practice held. Forms with staves, the steel left in their cases. They don't says much, only that we have nothing to worry about for now. So he lets it be. Jin and Maury goes for the night. No sooner, Lork and Jilly got beer on the table and inviting us to sit. Lork looks at me with hardened eyes. He places his folded hands on the table, and it makes me feel like I'm going to get a talking to.
You hold.
And I realise the cabinet is open. It makes me swallow again. Loud. Throat sticking. I takes a swig of beer.
Hold. Don't chase.
Dan whispers. The star appears on the table, Lork pushing it across, the chain sliding behind it.
Tell me true. Did you hold or did you chase?
My throat wants to close up. I feel a bit of tear come in. He knows. He knows I touched it. I held it. I almost took it. Ma don't look no better. Anger, I'm thinking, though it ain't always easy to tell. I held, but I don't know what to say. To tell 'em I nearly took it is stupid, yeah? To tell 'em I held it is tantamount the same. Dan's looking at me now. He got lines in his forehead, looking real confused like. He don't know my stupidity. I look at the table, at the puddle of beer I must have sloshed. I stopped gin, I blurt. But I can't just say that. I held it. I did. I'm sorry, It's a hard thing to look at day after day. I snap it like it's their fault, but I puts it back.
You did. We've talked about it, the two of us, and we both agree you passed our test.
I looks at him slow-like, then her, then both. They got soft smiles on their faces.
Cullen, Avon.
I'm sorry, Cullen.
After Sandra left, Sharael quietly made her bedroll near the fireplace, curling up without a word. There's no wood to stoke the fire, yet it burns steadily, just the right size for this cool evening, crackling softly, filling the room with an amber glow that dances across the stone walls. I've spent the hour peeking through cracks in the shutters, watching for anything out there. Nothing moves. DagGar kept me company at first, his chatter fading as he finally drifted off, now snoring softly in front of the fire. I'd tried talking to Sharael, but she ignored me. Eventually, I stopped trying. She cried into her hands for a while, wiping her eyes with her sleeves, but I stayed out of it. I didn't know how to help, or if I even wanted to. Now, her words hang in the air, breaking the silence I had almost grown used to. I don't respond immediately. I sit on my bedroll, my boots and breastplate stacked neatly in the room's corner. My sword, the razor, lies beside me, within reach. I was just lying down when she spoke. Her voice doesn't shock me. I'd been waiting for her to say something, but I wasn't expecting that.
I'm sorry.
She sits cross-legged on her bedroll, eyes fixed on the edge of the fabric. The firelight paints her face in soft orange hues, flickering across tear-streaked cheeks and red-rimmed eyes. For what? I keep my voice as calm as I can manage, but my chest feels tight, anxious, tired, angry.
I'm not who I say.
My stomach knots. The worst possibilities flood my mind. She's not really a wizard. The contingency failed. There's no path forward. No chance to fulfill my family's oath. Not who you say. Then who are you? She shakes her head slightly.
I'm a desperate hope. A last chance. I'm untrained, inexperienced, and scared.
My heart sinks. She presses on, her voice trembling.
I'm overwhelmed, Cullen. And Sandra, she made it very clear I'm acting on emotion and ignorance. Because I don't know any other way. All of this is new to me.
A frisson of fear ripples through me. She doesn't know what she's doing. I've suspected it since the beginning, but hearing it confirmed is something else entirely. I swallow hard, anger creeping in, hot and sharp. I'm trapped here, hundreds of years in the past, stuck in some twisted version of an inferno, and I might never see my family again.
It should be winter.
What?
It should be winter. I left in winter. It's summer now. Early summer. Iyar, not Tevet. It should be cold. Remember? The chronometer said Tevet.
She shakes her head, blinking back fresh tears.
Cullen, I've made a big mistake.
Her words hit like I've jumped into an icy stream. I take a slow, shuddering breath, trying to keep myself calm. If what she says is true, if we've only been transported a short distance, then maybe there's hope. But then, what about this place? Sandra, DagGar. How do they exist here? That's not it. She's saying something else. Something bigger. Tell me. She looks like she's about to break again. Her eyes glisten, tears spilling down her cheeks, but I press on. Sharael, I prod. Tell me. She wipes at her face but can't meet my gaze.
This place. We shouldn't have been able to get here. There's no way, Cullen. Not without a node, or a powerful spell.
I frown. But the contingency, isn't that powerful?
Sandra shouldn't be here. She's too strong. Not from my world, or yours. DagGar, too. I've helped draft treaties, Cullen. Borders, boundaries. I know where beings belong. And nothing about this place is right. The road to La Rose, Williamshire. It's all wrong.
The anger in me stirs, thick and boiling.
I lied to you.
The words crash over me. My vision darkens. My hands tremble as I clench them into fists.
At least, I thought I did.
Is she making this up now? No more lies. My voice is low, dangerous. She jumps at the sound of it.
All right.
She sounds desperate, like she's confessing under threat. Maybe she is.
I lied. And worse, I cast the contingentium. I thought I understood it, but I didn't know what it would do. To the world, to us. But I've ruined it. I've made thinnings, destroyed towns.
My head spins. I hold up a hand, telling her to stop. She obeys instantly, tears dripping from her chin. A dark haze edges my vision, red and black, throbbing with my heartbeat. My body quakes with rage. You're saying you've damaged our world? The entire world? She hesitates. Too long. I said, no more lies.
I don't know. The contingentium was supposed to bring us back in time, but everything is fouled.
Fouled. I want to yell, to lash out, to hurt her. That thought is new. It startles me, but it also feels right. I don't act on it. I grip my knees, clenching so tight my nails dig in. Anything else you'd like to confess? She swallows hard.
Yes.
The answer is so fast, so automatic, it makes my chest tighten with rage.
It's all true. I deceived you. I know this must hurt more than I can understand, but it shouldn't matter.
Shouldn't matter?
And that's where we'll leave it for tonight. That was Season 3, Episode 5, Confessions. I'm your host and author, Mike Carmel. If you're enjoying the journey, please share, review, and follow The Fracture. Reviews are the best way to get us found and guarantee that the journey keeps going. Until next time, remember, it's not always the blade that cuts deepest.